Greetings, this is Polly of the Spooky Polly. If you Google name Anna Kasparian, you will find, nice stuff about her. She's a racist, tencoat, traitor, and even someone said Nazi. Welcome to the club, girl. Now, if you go against the progressive left, you have to expect that. Miss Kasparian said, or Mrs. Kasparian, I guess, said that, I'm not a Democrat anymore. I'm out of the party. Well, girl, they rigged you out of the party. Her sin was that, she doubted the wisdom of the Kamala Harris campaign, doubted the wisdom of the progressive left. What? I mean, when she complained about her assault, she was on double secret probation. So anything she said afterwards, you got expelled, and she was expelled. I mean, she's not the only one to have been expelled, but she is one of them. She says she is homeless. She is. Actually, she does have a home there, but it's abandoned. It's called, well, I put a better term, populism of the left. Now, populism to the right and left mean different things. Populism on the right is more libertarian, whereas populism on the left is more, I'm not going to say socialist. That'd be unfair. But it's collectivism. Way more than Republicans like. But if I ask the question, who are the progressive, well, not progressive, populist leaders on the left? Well, that draws a blank. Give a little background here to show you how far Miss Kasparian gonna go in order to get a different type of Democratic Party. The Republicans, after the debacle of 2 terms of George Bush, understood this wasn't working, and strangely the party had changed. Passionate conservatism. Nothing wrong with that, but that seemed to mean something other than they follow what? The big government conservatism? Well, that's crazy. They understood the oligarchs were taking over the Republican Party. And they watched helplessly as McCain and Romney went down to defeat. That belief was not going to capture the White House anymore. Also, they clearly were hostile to the progressive movement inside the party. Now, I've been on forums for about 15 years now, all left and on the right. I could see that the fault lines on the conservative movement was gearing to some type of populism, which is ill-defined, to be honest. But Donald Trump ran, and all of a sudden, he crystallized it. It became one thing, a formidable political entity. He won to the primary in 2016, captured the election 2016, and he's now going to be president again with a solid voter bloc behind him. Well, to Anna Kasparian and those who believe like her, populist movements inside the Democratic Party, I mean, I read forums too, and I don't see any fault lines like there was in Republican forums in 2012, 13, 14, 15. It took a while, but you could see it. You could see it grow. I don't see anything like that in Democrats at all. The very fact that she's hounded, she's not the only one, but she's the latest one. You step out on line of the aggressive left, and bam, they come down at you. I'll tell you, in case you don't know it, Anna, and all those like you, Democratic Party is controlled by the oligarchs. They've been all wrapped to finding it rather hostile inside the Republican Party, under the party of Trump, and they're going and have been going to the Democrats, and they control things. I'll give you say no? If nerds on the media, the legacy media, the mainstream media. Anytime there's a thought process, those above believe or dictate down, they all follow it. The wording, everything. That's because you don't have an independent media. Those journalists on TV, not a journalist, mainstream media, and it isn't just CNN, MSNBC, it's CBS, ABC, and NBC. Those journalists, those actors in front of you are reading from a script. Tell them one of those teleprompters, that's it, a teleprompter, telling them what to say. Now, they didn't write it, their writers wrote it, and they're told what to write. And they all say the same thing. Oligarchs control your party. They control it solidly. The progressive left is just a front to keep you occupied from doing other things. That's why I say on conservative, like on trans movement. Forget the trans movement. It's just smoke and mirrors. It's just something to distract you as they try to take more and more power. Anna Kasparian, because she is somebody. To tell the Young Turks she has a following, you gotta do what others on the right done. And is try to build a following inside your own party. Because, girl, you're not gonna be a Republican. You have sinned so many times. You're beyond redemption. However, you can't fight inside your own party, the Democrats. I mean, don't say I'm not a Democrat anymore when, clearly you are. Yes, if you're gonna fight for its populist wing. Take a chance. I mean, it's not gonna be easy. It wasn't easy on the right either. I mean, Donald Trump took it. Took it in 2016, he crystallized, but he was already there. It was in different forms, but united under Trump. And that's what we have now. Your party is controlled by oligarchs, and they're not even American oligarchs. Not all of them. Some from Switzerland. And is a view generally is America should not be number one. They should be number one. Once you understand that, everything comes right into focus. What she needs to do, what Anna Kasparian needs to do, is go back to the Democratic Party. Think, I'm a Democrat. I'm like you. And start mouthing populist beliefs. We should do this. We should do that. Start writing notes to other people. Start getting online. Start building a base to work with. That's what you should be doing. Because, girl, when you say you're out in the wilderness, you are indeed out in the wilderness. There's no third party here. There's only Democrat, there's only Republican. The populist, at least to the moment, have taken over the Republican Party. When Donald Trump leaves, the oligarchs will be back and in force. And we'll see how we deal with that. Time will tell whether we control the party or just have full-year lease on it with Trump. You, on the other hand, are not anywhere near that close. The oligarchs, this is what I think, don't want any strong leaders inside the Democratic Party. They want to control it. They don't want someone out there who's gathering Donald Trump, who could say, the hell with you. I got the people's vote. I don't need your money. Look at your leadership. Look at the people who are running for the presidency. Green B. Not the first team. I don't even know if you have a first team. Republicans do. But you don't. It's going to be a long march for the populists of the left. Take control of their party, because they have lost it. Yes, it used to be a strong element inside the Democratic Party, but when was that? Look what you got now. The strong element is the progressive left, which is the kooky left. So, girl, my advice to you, get back in the Democratic Party. Try to build coalitions. Try to enunciate what left populism is. I know on the right, I mean, there was, for years, debates on exactly what it was. It's under Donald Trump that it gained some type of intellectual form. And even that is, kind of murky. It takes time for these ideas to develop, to be mature, to be accepted. You got a long road ahead of you. If you want to take that leadership position, you may not. You just may want to become a podcaster somewhere, or stay on the Young Turks, make your money, and bitch every so often. Life is unfair. Yeah, I know. But if you want to do something, start your fight on the left. And they're gonna, you really come after it. Well, they already are, so what's the point? Start building. Start putting people on the Young Turks who can enunciate some type of populist principles. I mean, here's one right off the bat. Under Joe Biden, inflation had gone about 20% in the 4 years here. Well, the dollar is worth 20% less. I think everyone can agree, lift the minimum wage up to $10. That's not an awful lot, but that covers a lot of the inflation that Biden has caused. Get interest rates to 10% across the board. I think you can get support inside the Democratic Party and support inside the Republican Party. Now, there are a populist on the right there, and I won't mention names, we know who they are, who probably are not really populist at all. That's okay. We'll deal with them when time comes. That's our fight. Your fight, however, is to even to start this type of conversation. Because I don't see it. I go on all these kind of leftists. I don't live in a bubble. Oh, girl, you were in a bubble for a long time. Now you're out of it. Now you see in the world, a brave new world that isn't so brave. It isn't so new, but it's reality. And you're going to have to start fighting. I know a lot of girls don't like to fight. I can understand it. I'm a small VTuber down here. I don't take a lot of flack because a lot of people don't even know who I am, which can't be good. But I don't get a lot of influence, which is bad. But you do have influence. You are somebody. You can do something. Take a leadership position. I know it's tough. Sometimes leaders make the time themselves, but usually it's time that makes the leaders. This is that time. Someone on the left has got to start the conversation that we on the right had a decade ago. Okay. That's my word of wisdom to Ana Gasparian. And those on the left that are populist. Fight. Okay. This is Polly saying, please subscribe. Okay. Till next time.